Hey, this is Juan from BrightSky Restoration, and let me welcome you to this short video. If you haven't been following our series, you could go back and watch our videos. We have been sharing knowledge, information, tips that have to do with the fire and smoke cleanup process in California. Here at BrightSky Restoration, we've been doing fire and smoke cleanup services for the last 2 decades, so we know all the tricks of the trade, okay? And in this video, I want to talk about specifically this question that we get very often, which is what happens to my contents if I had a fire or smoke damage, right? So when you're dealing with fire and smoke damage, let's be honest, whether it's your walls, your floors, your ceilings, insulation, all of these things could be replaced, right? But your valuables, your contents, things that are important to you, teddy bears, pianos, cushions, whatever it may be, those are irreplaceable, okay? So when it comes to contents, there's several ways to go about it, but I would say that my number one advice is that you wanna make sure that a professional deals with the content cleanup. You see, you have many types of textures of contents. You have wood, plastic, you have things that are very absorbent, right? You have furniture, you have all types of different contents, and for every type of texture there is a different chemical and there is a different process to use during the cleanup process. So one thing that you do not want to do, you do not want to go to Home Depot. I do not advise you to go to Home Depot and just purchase some soap or some cleaner and then with a wet rag go clean all the contents in your property. I do not advise that, because that is the number one thing that you could do to further damage your valuables. Okay, so again, I advise that a professional does it. Now the process is pretty simple, okay? On probably 80% of the claims, more than likely you want to make sure that all of these contents are packed out and taken away from your property, okay? You do not want to begin the cleanup process of structure, walls, floors, ceilings, whatever it is, while having all your contents in the property, okay? So you want to make sure that you create an inventory, all right, that you package everything correctly, you create an inventory, and then you take that to a storage facility, or not a storage facility, an actual facility, where in that facility, a team of professionals can go ahead and clean item by item using the correct process, okay? Once the cleanup of your contents is finished, then you wanna make sure that the cleanup of your structure is finished, right? Do not bring things to your property while your property is not ready. So more than likely, in many fire and smoke damage jobs, you will do a pack out, you will take it to the storage, you'll clean everything, and you will leave those items there for a couple of months. Believe me, it is much better to take your items to a facility, clean them, and then have them stored safely rather than having them in your home while you do the cleanup process, okay? While you're doing this, you also wanna make sure, and this is up to the professional that you hire, you wanna make sure that they document any type of content that cannot be saved, all right? There's certain type of furniture, certain type of textiles that once they absorb the smoke or their soot, it is practically impossible to get rid of the smell, right? And then to take them through the cleanup process, which is called an ozone treatment, it could destroy the item. So you could go ahead and try to do that, but make sure that you also inventory that so that you could also submit a well-detailed list to your insurance company so you get reimbursed for those items, all right? If you need help in the cleanup process of contents, here at BrightSky Restoration, that is our bread and butter. We do this every single day. We've been doing it for 2 decades, and the best news is you do not have to pay us out of pocket. All of these services are covered by your insurance company, all right? Do not worry about it. We will deal with them. We've been doing it for over 20 years. They are not going to tell you this information because they don't want to pay the bill, all right? But it is your policy and it is your right. So if you have any questions with your contents, if you need any type of help, reach out to us. You'll find our phone number somewhere in this video. We are here. We're glad to speak to you. We're glad to give you all the guidance, all the tips that we could possibly do. And if it is a good fit, we could also go to your property and take care of these damages for you. Once again, it is Juan from BrightSky Restoration. Talk to you soon.